Orange Arrow 100, doing what I've been saying I want to do for a while, the Sandbox Day. So, here you go. This is number one of our Sandbox. We have 2 games to do for the Sandbox Day, and here's number one. The game is Cuboid Sandbox. Basically, you control these little cubes, and you give them a food supply, and they naturally reproduce. They're like colored little square tribbles. If you don't know that, you're either not a nerd or you don't like Star Trek. That's okay. I don't judge. But basically, what you do is you start a war. You build food supplies, obviously, and you can start wars if you want to. They populate. You have to like actually keep things alive. One thing you can do is give a greater food supply, like somewhere over here, and then spawn a bunch over here, and spawn a bunch over here, so they can actually eat the food. They can grow up big, and then they can fight the Reds, or the Reds can come in and attack. And basically, you can make war. So a lot of what you can do is create forces, create armies, create intelligent battles, things like that. It's very, very fun, but eventually, like, these red guys are getting totally annihilated. Things like that happen. And, you know, it's fun. And then you can save the image of that. And then you'll get the screenshots for the game. And you can go back to the game. There's red. Do 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 do. Then there's yellow. Do 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 do. Oh God, war, war, war. Then there's blue, as you can already see. So yeah, there you go. And the way to kind of clear the screen is to have them die out. So uh, it's a kind of nice game. It teaches you about supply and demand quite a bit. It teaches you about war. It teaches you a ton of things. Then you have the info for the game. So average creature energy, food energy types. Then the settings, we can set the trail amounts down to 0, so they don't make a ton of trails and stuff like that. And then there's that one little red, and he's dead. There you go. So here we go. We're gonna start on a blank screen, and we're gonna start creating. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a let's do a red city. Red, 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 red. And what I'm gonna have red get super duper strong. Can I not place any more? I can't place any more food. How about that? Then I'm gonna place a bunch of these little guys. They're gonna reproduce and they're gonna eat their foods, and yeah, that should be fun. Hopefully, eventually they all go into one spot around the food. They will explore, though. That is a complication if you want to start a civilized society. Then a new thing shows up, food, for another race. That's not good. Other races are bad. I mean, not necessarily. I'm not saying that, like, in human, other races are bad, but once these blue guys show up, hell's gonna break loose. That's never any good. The Reds need to do something about that. And you see here, so there you go. Everyone's gonna try and murder each other now. And you see right there, right by the blue food source, the blues are getting very strong because they have a lot of food, but the Reds have a lot of numbers. So you have kind of a mixture between the two. And that's what I love about this game so much. It's so smart and it's so simple, but it teaches you a lesson about life. Like it's kind of like a bar graph. Let's just do it with the yellow way over here. So there you go. One yellow food source, right? then one yellow guy. Where are you going? Okay, so he doesn't want to go over there towards the war, but he'll eat, and eventually you'll see he gets bigger and he reproduces. Where'd he go? He better come. Okay, regardless, here we are. So they're out of their food source, right? So then all the reds are going to die while the blues soak up their food source and they die, correct? And it's kind of like a living bar graph, right? So you start over here with some yellow food. That's your 1 bar, right? So that's your 1 bar. And then your yellow guy, now why is he not going? He's going to die soon, regardless. So there you go. All of those are going down. So eventually the blues will die, right? Eventually they have no food source, so they won't have anything to do. And as you can see, like, let's follow that one right there. He's gonna start dying slowly. They're eventually gonna lose their numbers. Okay. Another little yellow one. And you see, without the food source, all of the little blue cubes are dying out, right? I mean, sadly but surely they're dying out. Yeah. So now all that's left is the yellow. So then you take 5 yellow guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say that's representative of a population. I'm sorry, I'm getting into math now. I'm a gamer and I'm getting into math. So here you go. Everything's going well. They're reproducing and they're eating the food. And as you can see, as they eat the food, the bar of the food goes down. So they had so much supply. They had one thing of food. That was their supply. And then the more cuboids that come is the amount of demand that the supply needs. And as you can see, the supply is going down as the demand overtakes it until the point where the supply cannot feed the amount of people giving the demand for food. So eventually, once it all runs out, the yellows have nowhere to go because they overwent their population. Pretty simple, pretty easy, but wow, is it just a great little game that has math in it? What gamer doesn't want math? How about that? So yeah, fun little game. It's 100% free. Cuboid Sandbox. Now then, next sandbox game.